I haven't seen a ball like this from Storm in a long time. This is the all-new Equinox Solid by Storm. You'll see it read the middle part of the lane very well and still continue, which I think is pretty rare right now in our line, so it brings it to be one of the most unique bowling balls that we have right now. I'll give you guys a couple shots of this new Equinox Solid, and then I will throw the original Equinox and we'll see a little comparison, and then we'll play a little game with the new Equinox Solid. Immediate reactions of this bowling ball, it is very strong. I see me throwing this ball either game one of league on the fresh or on any sports shot just on the fresh, really trying to control the pocket while still being continuous and still being able to move left with it. I feel like this ball can cover a lot of boards. It really likes to read the lane, but it never seems to stop. A lot of big bowling balls, I feel like, really like to read that front and middle part of the lane and kind of bail down lane, but I'm not really getting that vibe with this one. So as you can tell with that flat 10, super strong, really controllable on the fresh. So now that I've thrown the Equinox Solid a couple times, I'm going to compare it to the original Equinox to see what the differences are. And we're going to stand in the exact same spot as I did with the Equinox Solid, so we'll just get a baseline from there. You can see how that ball just wants to shoot right through the front of the lane. The other one wants to, when it gets to the front part of the lane, it wants to grab it, so weaker, I would say about 3 or 4. I'm going to go 4. About 4 and 3 to the right. See what it does? It's probably a good 3 to the right from the new Equinox Solid. Comparing it to another big ball, which is the original Hyperdrive, I would say that they both probably are almost equal in strength, I would say, but I think the Equinox Solid wants to continue more down lane than the RC Hyperdrive that I have. So just a more continuous piece, I think, than the big Hyperdrive. So before we start our 12 strike challenge with the Equinox Solid, we are bowling on probably about game 4 of league here, so probably a little dry from when I'd want to use that, but we are going to make it work as the best that we can and show you guys what this ball can do a little later in league. First shot here. Good start. See it rolling. That's the one thing this ball is going to be really good at, is just continuing and rolling as hard as it can.
It looks like it is fighting to stay online. It looks like it wants to go left so bad.
Oh yeah, I truly believe that this ball is made for a large amount of oil. So the fresher the pattern is, the better this ball will be. If you saw that one really read the front part of the lane, so I'll probably have to move a little bit because it's grabbing the lane really hard. Someone who needs their ball to start up a little faster just because of that lower rev rate, I think the Equinox Solid is going to be a great piece for that.
There was. You called it.
It's hooking a lot. That one I'd say probably hooked a couple times before it hit the pins. We'll probably have to move a little bit more. I'll take a moderate score with this one, how much it's curving from the left. A lot of hook. So when we get into cliff situations like this, that ball is trying to fight to stay on line, but then as soon as it hits that friction, it's gonna lock and go the other way.
TheHouseBowling.com is now officially offering products from SPI and Motive Bowling. You can now order bowling balls from Storm, 900 Global, Rotogrip, and Motive right from TheHouseBowling.com. As always, we offer $20 drilling for 2-handers and $40 drilling for 1-handers, and bowling balls ship right to your door.
You think you're gonna see guys throwing this on tour this year?
I think 100% you'll see guys throwing this, just because I think the usability of this ball, I think there's plenty of ways that you can use it. Maybe late on short patterns where we really gotta throw it at the gutter to blend the responsiveness of the shorter pattern. I think balls like this are gonna be used a lot on tour. Actually gonna have to keep this one in a little bit more just because it's going so hard to the face when it hits friction. If you're having a hard time getting your ball to pick up on the lane, or if your ball's going a little too far down the lane in league, I think this is gonna be the perfect one for you. 2 for 5, not good. We're gonna try to up that score. Part of the lane where my ball's not gonna hook as early, so now I think I can try to send it a little bit to the friction to get it to lay off of it. We are 2 for 6 in our 12 strike challenge here, so we are moving over to lane 5. Gonna see if we can get a little bit more oil here to show you guys exactly what this ball is capable of. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna stand almost in the same spot as I did on lane 6, but I think this lane should be a little more fresh. Give me that. As you can tell, that one went way farther down the lane than it did on 6. So obviously you can tell that this ball is made for fresher conditions, not games 3 and beyond in your league set. So highly recommend this ball on the fresh, probably a little bit straighter angles as well.
I think that's great, man. I think sometimes we strike so much in these that missing a few times and then switching to a different condition shows what the ball can really do.
Yeah, it just shows you like what you're supposed to be throwing it on. There we go, that was a good one.
4 for 8.
We'll get a couple more good ones here. There we go. Now you can actually see it retaining its energy and being that strong big ball that it's supposed to be. Warning, you need a lot of oil for this bowling ball. Oh, I'm really actually liking what I'm seeing here. I think this is gonna be one of those good tournament balls that are gonna be one of the first ones out of my bag. Ooh, baby. Get one more good shot here. Move a couple left. We'll see what this ball can do. Those are the 12 shots for that Equinox Solid. Obviously, as you can tell, I know I didn't strike a whole bunch, but from moving lanes, you can obviously tell that more oil on the lane is going to make this ball a whole lot better in your bag. So truly recommend throwing this ball, like I said, on the fresh of any condition that you are bowling on. Thank you guys for watching the video on the Equinox Solid. Super cool that the housebowling.com is now offering Storm bowling balls. So if you have any questions about this bowling ball, just leave your questions in the comments below, and then hopefully we'll see you guys soon.